Hi, my name is Ferry and I am a student at Tom State University studying applied mathematics and computer science. Today, I just want to share some things that I really love about being a student here. So, without any further delays, please subscribe and let's get started. The first thing that I really love about being a student at Tom State University are the people. The people here are really nice and they have so much history with them that every time I'm with someone, I always learn something new, and that is something really awesome to me. And not only that, but when I was in first year, I barely understood any Russian, but my classmates, my peers, they were very helpful. They always helped me whenever I had a challenge and I asked them, hey, I don't really understand this. And they always help me. And I don't know if I ever said thanks to any of them, but guys, I really appreciated the help. So thank you so much. Apart from this, the cultures, of course, are, another aspect of the people that are here. There's a lot of people from different walks of life, from, Pakistan, from Nigeria, from, I don't know, you name it, everyone is here. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to find your people here when when you come for school. There's always a place for everyone. So that's my number one favorite thing about being a student at Tom State University. You cannot talk about Tom State University without talking about its rich history. I'm talking about museums where you can see tools and artifacts that were used hundreds and hundreds of years ago. I'm talking about historical figures. Let me tell you a story. When I was in high school, my favorite subject was chemistry. And guess what? When I came here to Russia, at Tom State University, I found that Dmitry Mendeleev was a part of, like he played a role in the establishment of this university. I don't know if I got that right, but what I do know is that we actually have a statue of him. Like there's a statue of Dmitry Mendeleev at the university, and this is just so cool to me. And for those of you who do not know who Dmitry Mendeleev is, please look him up. But short story, he's attributed with the organization of the periodic table of elements. That is just so cool. And not only that, but there's actual people here, professors who are a part of this university that went on to win Nobel Prizes later in life. That's just so amazing. Like that's so great. Being at a university where there's people who've won the highest of awards and all that. So to me, that's really cool. The history is amazing. There's archaeological artifacts, and one thing I almost forgot to mention is the fact that you would think that you'd only need to go to specific museums to see these, amazing, like historical things. But no, sometimes some of these things are actually found right in the hallways, like the main campus, where just yesterday I saw some amazing tools and artifacts, and there's like transcriptions there that I got to read, and it is so amazing, looking at history from a perspective where not many people can say that, they get to experience it in that way. So I love the history here, and just being able to have access to it really means a lot to me. So I have talked about two things: the people and the history that this university has. But what about the university itself? I want to tell you about the third thing that I really love about being a student here, and that is the quality of education. When I'm talking about the quality of education, I'm talking about Tom State University having the best, like it is up there with the best universities in the world when it comes to, the quality of education here. The balance between theory and practice is just so perfectly balanced. It's like very good. You get to learn theory that's sufficient, and you get enough practice to actually, mold your skills so that you can use them, into something marketable, like finding a job. I really enjoy that. But not only that, I was so fascinated to learn that the professors that we have are not only professors simply because they have doctorates. No, they are actually active practitioners in their respective fields. I'm talking about being a professor who actually has a doctorate and also has experience working in that field, not only having the educational background. I think that's just really cool, That's just amazing. I really love the educational quality here. It is so great. Like, it's so great. I know I talked about how amazing the people are here, but my fourth point is specifically for the teachers or the professors, the teaching stuff. And the reason why they have, a special point of their own is because these guys are really special. The teachers are, of course, the backbone of any educational system in the world. And the ones that are here are really nice. When I was in first year, I was struggling with Rush and I didn't understand a lot. I was getting help from my peers and my teachers as well. Every time I had a challenge, I tried my best to go to, the professors and try to have them explain to me in a way that was sufficient to me. And surprisingly, they didn't make me feel dumb, which was so cool, I guess. They just, tried to understand things from my perspective and they explained it in a way that was, easier for me to understand. And I really love that. I just think it's so cool that you can have this first hand, hand down of information from a professor who has a doctorate and also who is an active practitioner in this field. It just feels so amazing. So last but not the least, I just want to talk about the resources. I know you're wondering, what resources? Are you talking about money? Are you talking about minerals? No, I'm talking about the resources in terms of if you have an idea and you want to bring it to life. I was so fascinated to learn that we actually have a supercomputer. I don't know about you guys, but not many people can actually brag about their university having a supercomputer. I think it's only us, Tom's State University. We're like the best of the best. But seriously, like, it is so fascinating to me because I am at a university where if I have an idea and I want to bring it to life, resources are not a problem. I know I just have to go to the dean or the professors and just tell them, hey, this is the idea that I have, and they'll just give you guidance and like, this is what you need to do. If this stage for you to do this reaches, we can do this. It is just so amazing. So yeah, those are the 5 things that I really love about Tom State University. Tell me guys, what are your favorite things about this city? Like this city, this university. I'm open to listening to them down in the comments. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking until the end if you did. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. For now, paka paka.